All right, everyone, here we go with an October extra reading, a little bonus reading, right? Let's cut the deck. Let's see why we're here. I don't know. I was going to take the day off, but here I am. You can bet if you're here, you're supposed to be. I'll tell you that. Could be future influence. I don't know. Oh, wow, Shazam. It's the Ace of Wands, right? Shazam. There it is. And a Knight of Swords. I don't know why, but the Four of Swords wanted to show itself. You have, this came up in a few of the Zodiac fly-throughs, but there's one in particular that's burned in my fucking brain, and that's the Leo soap opera person. There is somebody very, 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 very important coming into your world here, entering your world. It could be it's a third energy. It could be, as I explained many times, it could be a person, it could be a new job, it could be a situation, it could be epiphany you have to move in a new direction, right? Maybe you join some hippie commune and jump around the woods naked. I have no idea. Whatever it is, it's really special to you and changes the way you view the world. I think for most of you, it's a person because I've got a Knight of Swords attached to it here. I don't think you're joining a hippie commune and dancing around the woods naked. Although, I suppose we could have a Steve Love Tarot come now. All right. Anyway, let's go. Let's see where we're at here. Let's see where we go. Let's see. I should start a commune. That'd be fun. All right, here we go. I don't want to be the leader. I just want to start it. Somebody else, one of you can lead it. Don't look at me. I'm nobody's cult leader, believe me. All right, here we go. Let's see where we're at here. Let's shuffle the deck. But I can start things. Somebody else can just be in charge. You know, I'll take a middle management position. That's as high as I want to go. That's as much responsibility as I want for our cult. Okay? All right. All right, here we go. Let's go. Let's see where we're at. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. And this, well, I got two cards that want to show themselves. Anyway, you're definitely here for a reason for this reading. This is I'm gonna call it the October extra reading, and I'm gonna have you look at that Queen of Swords right there. And I don't remember. I wish I didn't watch these readings as much as I do because there's a Queen of Swords energy that was very important in a recent reading. It may have even been the overview for October. I'm not sure, but either way, this is a pretty wicked energy here. I like this. What's underneath it? Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. It's one of those moments. You got one of those moments coming. Either it's you or somebody else says something that makes this. It's an eye-opening thing. I think somebody says it to you. Okay. And now I don't joke about anything or talk about anything that's not part of the energy in these readings. I just got done talking about I made up a cult that we would start, and I don't want to run it. You know, maybe you can run it. That kind of a thing. It's a little bit. It's not a cult kind of a thing, but it is sort of the way a follower in a cult might starry-eyed view what somebody says to them. Okay. Or how what somebody says to them changes their world a little bit. Usually people in cults are just looking for somebody to follow. They're desperate for please just lead me. Please, I don't know what's going on, just help me. You know, that kind of a thing. It's not that you're like that. But the impact that these words have on you is the same. It's the same type of impact. This is the same, this is the same type of impact that I might get for a cult, these two cards, except I might also have a devil somewhere in there because there's usually an ulterior motive in a cult. But anyway, there's no ulterior motive here. It's actually quite nice. And it changes your view of three swords, whatever that means to you. This is interesting. I think these are words coming at you from somebody. I don't think they're words that you say. If they are, they're words that you say to yourself and you actually believe it for once. Okay, that's possible. All right, let's go. There's an incoming energy here. I think it's attached to this. Let's just read it. Again, roles can be reversed. You could be the one doing the talking. I don't know. How they feel about you is here. How other people see you is here, or what they think about you is there. And potential final outcome is at the bottom. I think somebody very, very influential enters your life. That's what I think. And if you're new here to this channel, don't go, oh, maybe it's you, Steve. It is not me. I'm not part of these readings. All right? It is not. Someone way better than me. Okay? Way more important. Bigger, stronger, faster, all of that. All right, let's see where we go. It came up. It came up in particular. You might want to watch the Leo soap opera. It came up there. Yeah, this is. I mean, that's a powerful. That's the most powerful card I could pull. It's the World. Yeah. This is your energy attached to this. Something pushes you into some kind of truth that comes at you, pushes you into new energy. This is how you feel. This is how other people see you, and this is a final outcome. I get it. I got it. It's tricky energy to sort out because it could go either way. But oh my God, yeah, the Four of Wands. Wow. What's red with that? And the Seven of Pentacles. Timing is usually everything. This is divine timing. It means the energy's right for it to happen. Well, I mean, if you think about a cult kind of a thing, the energy is right for it to happen. The energy of the follower is in the right place to receive the message of the cult leader. Okay? And I don't mean to keep equating it to a cult or keep equating you to some follower in a fucking cult. I don't mean to do that. It's just it doesn't read like a pope talking to their disciples or something. It doesn't really read like that. I don't have a hierophant here, in other words. This is just Joe Schmo. This is nobody. I don't want to say it's nobody, but it's just Joe Schmo, right? Joe or Jane Schmo. Something about it. Something of either. This could even be something you see that somebody is doing that sparks something inside you. I don't know. Anyway, the energy is just right for you to move into a new energy. I think you find a new path here, but I think it's through a person. I do. How do they see you? How do other people see you? Five of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Troubled. It's trouble. Sometimes the Queen of Wands is trouble. It is. The Queen of Wands can be a lot of fun, but it's the fun. It's the fun kind of trouble, right? The fun has trouble. It needs bail money. You know, it's that kind of fun. Hey, let's jump the fence over here, or let's do this, or whatever. The Queen of Wands often, in certain contexts, means trouble. It certainly does when it's attached to a Five of Wands. People see you as troubled, or in needing advice, or in need of help, or in your head about something, right? Missing the point. This is a surface energy. I don't know. It's just what's here. I can dig it. We all get like that sometimes. Why? You don't think you're perfect, do you? I'm not. I learn something new every day. Every damn day I learn something new. And sometimes I like hit myself on the head and go, why didn't I know that? Right? I mean, with all the useless information I've got in my head, it's surprising. I'm like a game of trivia, for God's sake, half the damn time. Okay, potential final outcome for you, red with Four of Wands. New love. Ace of Cups. So this is, I'm telling you, I'm telling you right now, this truth changes everything, but you're in the right energy to receive it. You really are. And you feel like you can now walk a new path because of it. Somebody delivered this truth because they saw this right here. Or maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. I don't know. Somebody thought you were in trouble. Somebody said something to you. Or showed you something. Either way, it's the final outcome is new love. I like this. Let's go. Let's clarify. Let me do this. Let's put that there so I can keep flashing back to the Wheel of Fortune. Let's go. Let's see. Four of Wands. Let's talk about this path. All right. There's my broke back hierophant randomly at the bottom right there. It's not even. I'm not even going to say this is downright spiritual or something like this. This isn't spiritual. That's why I keep equating it to a cult. That's what I'm saying. That's why I apologize to you for keep equating it to a cult and not like a religion or something like that. It's not spiritual. I don't know what this truth is. I mean, I could give you an example. It's a very 3D energy. It's maybe you thought there were no fun people left in the world. This is kind of a dangerous sort of fun, but maybe you go on a hell joyride with this person here and you're changed after you get home. You know, you had one of those nights that you usually only see in the movies, right? You know, sort of a what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas sort of night, and you're forever changed because of it. I don't know. It's not a deep reading. It's not a religious kind of a thing. I mean, hell, it's a lot easier for me. I'm happy about that, actually. All right, let's see where we go. Four of Wands. Let's talk about this. happy new beginning, this new path. Well, all right. You're going to play that way, universe. It's crossed by the Four of Wands. I mean, it's there. You can't miss it. When it's the base energy and the environmental energy, you can't miss it. That's like the air is cold and the ground is icy. Okay? You know, you look out the window. Well, think about it this way. What if you looked out the window? I'll keep it 3D. Right? You look out the window and you're trying to figure out if it's warm or cold outside, but the sun's out and the birds are chirping and the grass is green. Who knows, right? You're not sure. In this case here, you're perfectly sure. You can tell it's cold, like you're a human thermometer, because there's ice on the ground. It's probably cold, and those birds aren't chirping. They're kind of frozen to the branch, right? It's a bit of that. This is you feel like this is your only option. You feel like there's nothing else you want to do but walk this path. What's on top here? I'm just telling you, this is a person. These are red with this. Look, and I jokingly mentioned Vegas. I said, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Be careful you don't get married in Vegas. All right? Oh, come on now. Hunk of burning love, right? Elvis is going to marry you or something like that here. No, you feel like it's a choice. You feel like it's your only choice. It's what I just said, and it just came out. You feel like God. You almost feel like God Himself was showing you something. A little bit, but it's not. It's a very 3D energy. What's here? Why is this here? The Three of Swords. Wow. I think you might be presented with an opportunity for some of you. I'm trying to find easy ways to explain this energy. It's the type of energy where you're presented with an opportunity and you know you'll hate yourself if you don't take it. So you just take it. Your circumstances happen to be just right that you go for it. Okay? It's a bit of that. It's that simple. There's nothing spiritual here. There's no dark night of the soul. There's nothing like that. It feels like love. It ends with love. It just feels like it. All right? Let's pull on the world. I mean, it's in its own way, it's a cut and dry, really simple reading. But the energy is actually a little tricky. It's a little tricky to do for a general audience, because it can play out a lot of ways. It could be an experience you have. Maybe you haven't been out in a while and some friend invites you out and you go out with a bunch of their friends and you're riding around and you just have a night. It's a night that sticks with you forever and your life is never the same, and you wouldn't want it to be. Right? I guess, that could be it too. I don't know. It did come up in a couple of the Zodiac fly-throughs, Leo soap opera in particular, that somebody very important does enter your world. I believe that's the case here for most of you. And I'll try to summarize this energy as we go a little deeper in. I'm pulling on the world right now. That's a big card. That's a big energy. It's everything you've ever dreamed of. It's 10 of Cups crossing the world, this new experience, this new world. How do you feel? You feel fucking great. Finally, Steve, something happened. Finally, I've got a path to go down. Finally, I know what to do. But it all feels very, very 3D. It's just, it's beautiful. It's a nice energy. That's the environmental energy around this. Sometimes when a cycle ends and another cycle begins, we get like melancholy. We'll get like a 4 of Cups crossing that, or sadness of some kind, a 5 of Cups or 5 of Pentacles or whatever. Yeah, no way, man. This is wild. What's on top here? The Page of Wands. One of my favorites in this particular case, my little adventurer. New adventures ahead. Living a life completely different. And the energy happened to be just right that you could say yes to this. Right? It's a yes from you because of this energy. Because the energy was just right. Because the timing of it all was just right. Okay, why is that here? Jesus Christ. I can't even fucking believe this reading, I swear. Okay. Wow. It's a whole new you. We'll find out in a little bit when we get to I'm going to just jump to the final outcome. I like this. Well, I'll pull on the somebody see yeah, well, I probably shouldn't jump to the final outcome. Okay. It's just It's just a beautiful energy. It's a beautiful new cycle beginning for you. It feels wonderful. All right? It feels wonderful. And I'm going to pull on that Three of Swords real quick. It's just mind blowing. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Justice. It flew out of the deck. It actually flew right out of the deck, crossed by the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. These are all read together. This center section and the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups crossing it. Justice on top of it. I was going to say, I think you get past this. And 10 Swords. You get past this. This makes you forget about something. This is friends taking you out. This is somebody saying something to you. Somebody tells you to smarten up, lighten up, cheer up. And you believe it. The energy's just right for you to believe it. That's the most simplistic way that I can phrase this. But whoever it is somebody you are eternally grateful to. I mean, there's no other way I can put it. It's a beautiful energy. It's a beautiful new beginning. It's one of the nicest. I mean, we talk about the world being auspicious, which means really good. From time to time, this is auspicious on crack. All right? I mean, okay. Let's pull on the Queen of Wands. Now, this is a section here, how other people, so we get past this. I was going to say, I think this whole thing just, I mean, that's incredible that those fell like that. Queen of Wands. So we've got, there is one energy attached to this. It might be many other people have been seeing you this way, but one energy sees you this way, or they think you're this way, and they do something about it. They say something to you. This energy is, in a very rare instance here in one of my pyramid readings, usually this doesn't happen where this energy is acting upon this. And it is. It happened in one of the zodiac fly-throughs as well. I don't remember which one. But this energy is acting upon this. It's causing all of this to happen. All right? So somebody here, I'll just say somebody, sees you in conflict, sees you missing the point of life. Superficial. Weakest energy as it reflects from the tarot and Fakey McFakerman, or someone who just sees superficial things, right? And I think they aim to fix that. There's a lot of depth here, all right? You feeling 3 swords? Huh? We're not just going to get rid of that. We're going to put 10 swords in it and bring you some justice. This is happiness, okay? So this, whatever happens here with this person, covers the 3 swords with happiness. That's what that is. Balanced energy to you and I in the 3D. That's happiness. All right. It's also happiness to the fickle old gal. It's happiness to Mother Nature and all the little critters that live in it. Right? You know, I mean, Queen of Wands. Why is it here? Let's talk about this. So what is this you're missing? What do they see? And let me tell you something. Because I already know what the bottom card is, so I'm right. If you take offense by this in any way, if you're like, well, I'm fine, right? You're definitely not, for starters. And secondly, you're not ready for this. This will be future influence for you, okay? You need to be open to receive here. So if you're at all defensive because of this reading, you're definitely not open to receive, because I haven't said anything that should trigger anybody. All I've said is you're going to have some, I mean, unless you were in a cult and really liked it, or you're watching me from a cult right now, then obviously I pissed you off a little bit. The only cult anybody should be watching me from is Blue Oyster. All right, other than that, I don't, don't fear the Reaper, okay? If you don't know what that is, it's a band anyway. That's one of their songs. Anyway, 9 of Wands. Look at that, crossing this Queen of Wands. And see the sun, the happiness in the background. Somebody thinks y'all missing it. What did I say? Rewind. Why am I your second favorite? I have no fucking clue. Somebody says you're missing this, the happiness, and they're fixing to come and bring it to you with some truth. Maybe it's maybe it's delivered via a cold, hard truth, or maybe it's delivered via a soft truth, a soft and warm, embracing, empressy truth, and then you have to face it. A cold, hard truth. I don't know. At some point, it's cold and hard. But that's how we get past 3 swords. We get mad. We get mad at anything that holds us back. It's how you quit an addiction. You don't quit. People always relapse, and then they get they get sad about it and depressed because they relapsed. Well, then you're just going to keep relapsing. No, you need to get downright mad. You need to blend a little bit of anger with your disappointment in yourself, and that's how you get past these things. I think somebody here kind of stirs you up a little bit. It's okay. It's fine. It's beautiful. It's a nice energy. Anyway, it's what I said. Somebody thinks you're missing the sun there. This is a very important person entering your world. I think it's a person. It could be an experience. But for most of you, it feels very person-y to me. Eight of Pentacles. Missing it. Missing life. Maybe working too hard. Maybe you're just, you got your priorities backwards. I talked about it. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. One of your friends comes by, picks you up. All you ever do is work. You never have any fun. One of your friends comes. It's just an example. Just catch my drift. I'm trying to explain complicated energies, right? Somebody thinks you're missing the point of life here. Maybe you work too hard. Maybe you're focused on the wrong things. Maybe your priorities are wrong. Somebody takes you out for an evening and shows you what life's about, and it changes your fucking life forever, okay? Forever. Your view changes. But you have to be open to receive, or this doesn't do any good. Then you're just annoyed in the back seat of somebody's car, and you're the fuddy-dud of the evening, right? As an example. Or you just don't go in at all. No, I'm fine. I've got life figured out. Never think that. Obviously, if you're saying that, you've never taken a philosophy class anywhere. I mean, the first rule of philosophy, well, that's Fight Club. Don't talk about Fight Club. First rule of philosophy is if you think you've got it all figured out and you're the warlock on the hill, that's proof that you have nothing figured out. All right? So this is good. I like this. I mean, I like being right, but this is nice. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? The Eight of Wands. Somebody thinks you're going the wrong way. Again, somebody's going to tell you these things. Somebody thinks you need some action. You're spending too much time sitting. Okay? Don't. Look, all that time you spend sitting, you're going to get a butt cyst. You don't want a butt cyst. Okay? Go. Get up out the chair. Go. Have some fun. All right, whatever it is. Ace of Cups. Why is it here? So, the final outcome for you is this Ace of Cups read with the Ace of Cups that was here, Justice and Ten of Swords crossing, covering up three swords, and the Lovers, and the Four of Wands crossed by the Four of Wands. I mean, it doesn't get any better. I couldn't set up a better reading than that. Okay? I couldn't. It's just unreal. So, I don't know who this is. This feels like somebody new. The ace would indicate it's somebody new. So it's not like one of your friends thinks this. It's somebody notices this about you. Or somebody enters your life and you become friends with them and then they say this to you. I don't know. But whatever it is, something very life-changing comes through an experience with this person. Okay? Something they say, something that makes you say something to yourself, something that makes you see something differently. All right? I'm surprised there's no hangman here. But then again, at the same time, I'm not. There's plenty of other things that talk about a different perspective. And the hangman, is probably not here because there's no dark night of the soul happening, right? It's crossed by the Nine of Cups. Come on, the Ace of Cups crossed by the Nine of Cups. That's like a genie granting your fucking wishes. Oh, man, I hope you wish for something more than fruit, though, honestly. Fucking hell. This is unreal. You're going in new directions, making new plans, doing things you always wanted to do, all because of this fucking person. I'm telling you, there's a person attached here for most of you. It could just be an experience. Sometimes we go places and it's a very cathartic experience for us. I don't know, Grand Canyon or something like that. Just as an example, you go there, or you Mount Rushmore. You go and you realize you have a crush on Roosevelt. I mean, I don't know. It could be that. I have no idea. But it feels like a person. It feels like somebody. What's on top here? It's the sun. I will tell you what. One of the zodiac fly-throughs got something similar to this. Okay? Similar. I know the Leo reading got a very important person, but there was one of the zodiac fly-throughs that was reacting poorly to somebody who made them feel really good. I don't remember which one it was. It was represented by the sun. you should definitely be paying attention. I'll tell you what, the sun, I mean, do you remember the 9 of Wands that was crossing here with the sun on the other side of the wall, and somebody thought, right, you were looking the wrong way, at your priorities backwards, you need to move forward? Come on. I mean, the whole reading is symmetrical. I can see why I'm here. I see why I was compelled to do it. Why is the sun here? We need another major arcana. We really do, to round this out, and we got it. It's the Death card. And the bridging. Oh, I love this. The Death card. This is, what is the Death card? I know what the bridging energy is. It's the 6 of Cups. Anyway, the Death card. Why is this important? Why is the sun here, the Death card? It's a breath of fresh air. It's something brand new. You're going in a new direction with somebody. I got to pull on this fucking connection. I'm going to extend this one. This is a soul connection. It's the 6 of Cups. You've known this person before. This is wild. Okay? Listen, all this aside, if you're here, could be near future influence for you, but if you're here, you're here. I won't do any advertising on this reading. I won't put it on social media. I won't call the evening news. You know, every night they report Steve's Love Tarot's got a new reading. Right, I know. All the talk show hosts mention it. But at the end of the day, we'll keep it quiet. If you're here, you're supposed to be here. All right? Hell, I'll even take the keywords off it. Even just to go that much. But, this energy, an energy like this, remember it for the future. Even if this isn't for you, remember this tip. When shit like this happens, you have to be open to receive. If you're at all resistant or whatever, it doesn't work. You've got to flow with this energy. You notice we didn't get a 7 of Wands or anything like that. It's because it wouldn't, again, we got somebody thought you were 9 of Wands. You're putting up a wall to it. But anyway, let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. You've got to be open to receive it. At least be willing to admit, hey, if that happens, if Steve's right, and I am right. I'm reading the energy right. Where you are, I don't know. I can't predict free will where you are in your timeline, but I'm right at least. At least allow for the fact that this might happen to you. That's all you got to do. Okay? It'll happen to you at some point. I'm sure. If you're here. All right. Let's see where we go. 1 card, the crossing card, and I'm going to go pull some wicked voodoo on this. You know what? No. 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card, and I'm going to go pull some wicked voodoo on this. I am. Why not? Why not? Oh, okay. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, it's very important. See that 3 of Swords? It's right there. Page of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 3 Swords, Page of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the goat with its feet on fire. I'm thinking, give me a minute. Actually, I can't get Texas out of my mind. I don't know why. Why is Texas in my head? Does Texas have something to do for some of you? And don't be like, I'm from Texas, Steve. No, I mean, maybe it's a Texan you meet or something. I have Texas in my mind because of the long horns here and the horn things. And I don't know. I just don't know. I don't. That's all I was drawn to on this goat, and I don't know why. Anyway, take it as it resonates. I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe you always wanted to go to Texas. I don't know. You should go. It's good fishing. Anyway, the beef is good. Don't mention too much that you're from California if you're from California. But other than that, you're fine. The goat crossed by the Page of Pentacles. Crossing the Page of Pentacles. I can't get past that. I know what these are. These are fine. You sort of see how silly you were about, we talked about this already, how silly you were about something. That came up in a recent reading. How silly you were being about something. I don't remember which reading. I just remember saying that. Maybe not the same cards, but it's the same energy. This is what's getting me here. I got to see what's under the goat here. 10 swords. Okay. All right. This goes against everything I usually do for you guys. I usually say, take lessons you've learned from the past, apply them in the present, and move forward in the future. Okay? In some respect here, okay, you have to sort of put 10 swords and put down the lessons you learned or think you learned from this three swords, whatever this three swords is to you. Whatever this three swords is, it's the same energy, it's the same three swords. So whatever lessons you think you got from it, you need to pretend almost while you're going through this, while you're playing along, right, that you didn't learn anything from it. Let the experience that's happening here show you something, all right? Because if you are biased by the lessons you've learned in the past about this, or what you think you figured out about this, it'll jam you up. That's what the devil will do. It'll cause fear. It'll cause you to not fully take in the experience of what's happening here. Let's call it a what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas kind of experience. Whatever lessons you think you figured out from this will hinder you. It'll put a limiter on you a little bit, okay? So you need to sort of forget those. You need to put 10 swords in it, otherwise you're going to be in trouble. Pretend you learned nothing from it. In fact, you can go into this experience in complete pain, just letting this three of swords ring through, and let the experience itself show you some things. All right? That's what it says. At the end of the day, it'll all feel like a bit of a dream. And that's sort of, even this three of swords, it'll feel like a distant dream. Sort of like me with these readings after I wash them. They feel like a hazy kind of, did that really happen? Did I pull a reading? Right? That'll be me about this reading in about, I don't know, 4 hours or so, after we're done fidgeting with it. Right? That's it. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Very important message here that I just said about that, so rewind. I have no idea what I just said, but I'm sure it was very important. It's around the devil and whatever. And I don't know what Texas says. I don't know why I'm drawn to the Longhorn here. I have no idea. Whatever it is, if it means something to you, it means something to you. It's all that matters. That said, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you want the extended, there's probably a couple of links at the top of the description. We're going to keep it real informal. And I'm going to pull on this soulmate right here. Okay? We talked about your what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas here. Now it's time to get into this soulmate, whoever this is or whatever this is. And we'll talk about it. All right? Good luck.